amigos. I have Miguel over here. He did top 8 in ARG Indy, and he got 3rd place, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, with Overlords. So he's going to show us his deck profile.
Hello, YouTubers. Played Overlord. Got 3rd place, which is pretty interesting, considering I told Jaime that I wanted to sightsee, and I didn't think I was going to make it this far.
He's complaining because he's doing well.
Yeah, I was doing
like,
well.
Damn it, I didn't want to win this round. Come on, man, play better.
But
I'm going to scrub out.
Yeah.
I'll be showing you my deck profile and see what you guys like. So, obviously the standard heal triggers. I mostly counter charge. I haven't really used the soul charge portion of it. Most of the time I really did just counter charge. There's been times that you really just need that extra counter blast, mostly for your big strides. But soul wasn't really a huge factor. I mean, because when they see you're playing Overlord, well, we're not calling rear guards. So that was the biggest factor there. Trigger lineup's kind of goofy, but I played 2 of this, the Seal Dragon, Margot clone. The reason being, I mean, really the extra soul, give +3 to a rear guard. There's actually a combo that I did, and I showed Jaime, and he was actually very shocked that it actually won, dude. I got 3 matches out of that. It was pretty hilarious. But I will go into detail later on that one. I'm not playing 4 Gatling Claw, I'm actually playing 3. Because you actually need a target for the Destiny. Not just like, I'm going to kill the Forerunner, even though if it's there, it's there. It all depends on your matchup, and
It's going to die either way.
yeah, it's just dead, basically. I mean, regardless of the situation, if you don't see it, it's just going to die.
Right. I guess the only thing that would come up if somebody would call a resist unit.
That's the
I'd
other.
rather save the Destiny for that.
That's the biggest thing. Well, through this crit. I'm actually playing 7 crit, to be honest with you.
They're all vanilla.
They're all vanilla. I'd rather have the 5k over the 4k, because the 5k actually makes a number. But that is the trigger lamp, 7 crit, and then 5 draw and 4 heal. The Forerunner is obviously the Conroe. I mean, come on, let's be real here. So just for a heal trigger, or PG, strike fodder, whatever you need. Because that one's not that good. You just don't want to talk about that. It's like that retarded cousin you don't want to talk to.
Conroe Digivolve to another Conroe.
Yeah, it's pretty bad how Conroe has been. I mean, I'm glad he came back. You know, just the fact that you could search out anything really. Well,
Helps your consistency. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's a decked in. You know, if you know you're not going to be able to stride, or you got to fix your grade 3, depending on what you're facing. It's the best thing. Most of the time, it's really funny. My matchups was sack the Conroe for another Conroe. That's literally what it is. I rarely went for a PG or a stride far, because most of the time when I turned 3, I already had 3 PGs, which is, they know how this is. It's just, that's how my luck is. It's kind of, it's goofy stuff. Grade 1s, I actually playing 2 Stride Fodder. I'm not playing Belloc. I was playing Belloc, but the reason I took that out was because, you know, all these resist units, and a Stride Fodder is better against also the mirror match, because if you have the way I set my grade 1s were mostly, and I took consideration because of Jaime, my brother, they just did a deck profile. I'm sure he's going to post it anyway. But mostly because playing against them, you realize having the Belloc wasn't really crucial. It's actually striding was a very crucial thing, because Destiny can only do so much. It's just control. The biggest beaters were grade 2s. The grade 4s, you know, it's getting you to the point where you could finish it off and kind of steal the game essentially.
Because if you couldn't stride, you're just
lose. Dead. I mean, you're just done. I mean, you're not doing anything. You're just basically now playing the turtle matchup and who could turtle the hardest. And if you can't do anything, you're just dead. I'm playing 3 of these, the Griff Doombringer. I was playing 4, but I actually dropped it at 3 because I was thinking, well, if I play against the mirror match, this thing just dies. I'll never be able to stride. That's why I'm playing 2 stride fodder. I've seen other people's builds. They were playing 4 and 1 stride fodder. I don't think that was like the best option to do because of the fact that if you play against the mirror match or even just there's other other stuff that makes you retire or the locks it, this just becomes useless. And even against chaos, which I didn't face any chaos or a mirror match.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's just hilarious, but playing 3 was not bad. I could also search for Conroe, so it's the best thing about that. But really good card. I like this. A stride fodder. Well, not even a stride fodder, just the fact that you can recycle 2 Overlords and draw a card. That's just crazy. And obviously, I like this card. It's just insane, which goes into the combo that I actually showed him, which actually I can't believe actually worked, and people didn't even came playing 4 Conroe. Counter charge, of course, non-GB, and you can fix your grade 3. You can't go wrong with that. And you'll see my grade 3s and you'll be like, why are you doing it that way? But it worked, and that was the biggest thing. And obviously, the PG's got to play the Protector. People are playing the other one. I mean, you really need the counter charge. I mean, it's up to you how you want to do it, but I prefer the counter charge. I'd rather have the guarantee. Okay, I could definitely guarantee my next play the following turn. If you can't, because of lack of counter charge, then now you gotta do between battle phase, and just it's not even worth it. I'd rather have during main phase guarantee my stuff and then follow up essentially. But definitely, obviously, that's self-explanatory. Grade 2s. This card is amazing. God dang, 10k vanilla. I'm glad I didn't play against brother, Jaime here, but it was just hilarious. I'm like, oh, we might play against each other or whatever. But this is really good as far as defensive. You're not gonna get rushed. It's just one of those cards that they have to commit. If they really want to deal you with extra damage, they have to really commit. And this card's just amazing by itself. It's a big beater defensively. You cannot go wrong with this card. It's actually really one of the best cards for a rare. That's crazy. Oh man, one of the best beaters too. For Zillienberg turn, 21k. God damn, that's really good. Obviously, basically big beater. That's really it. Free stands. Cannot go wrong with this card. Now, this from how the game's prolonged, one of the best cards in my opinion. I mean, you really can't go wrong. 21k column is really, really good. Or 21k by himself is really, really good.
Have you ever called the crit triggers to give it the extra 5k?
I have. That's the reason why I'm playing the vanilla
triggers,
crits, because you have 26, and that's actually a number compared to 25.
Yeah, pretty big actually.
And I mean, more than times people are just like, well, I'm just gonna take it, and that's what happens. You just take it because it's you ain't gonna drop cards if you can't do your play the following turn. Why would you want? You're just gonna take the extra damage anyway. I've had it where it's been call the trigger, and I've done it even behind a booster. I'll call it just because I know I could probably guarantee something. But I had this guy swinging on the highest 36, and there's well, I'm just taking it. I'm not going to drop cards for that. It's just crazy. Oh, this card's just amazing too, dude. I'm actually playing 4 of this. People are playing 3. I don't know. I was hesitant, but my brother kind of convinced me, even Jaime as well, that 4 is actually not bad. Considering most of your grade 4s, even doing the Purge or even the Ace, this card is amazing. Also, it's as far as early game, you're not completely destroyed. Against Aqua Force before they get the resist crap. Yeah, that's the thing that you want to watch out, is that just kill the titles as soon as possible. Just kill anything that would combo off. This card's really good for 1 soul, which is why it's kind of weird because I didn't even do the heal trigger for the soul charge. I rarely even did that. I only did the counter charge because more than times than not I'm killing stuff with the Destiny, but it's just crazy stuff. This card's another big beater, which is why it's really good. And obviously the that's kind of self-explanatory. That card's just amazing as it is. On ride, kill something, or you choose a circle and just kills everything right there. That's pretty cool. It's very self-explanatory. I mean, against the mirror match, I didn't even do the mirror match because like my last round was against Robbie, and Robbie was just like, you know what? He was already tired. I didn't think he even wanted to do the mirror match, and so he said, just give him the win. It's what it is. But like I said, I don't know how the mirror match would have been. I don't think I would have rolled this. I actually would have rolled my other backup and potentially try to steal a game, which I will show you. My backup grade 3. There's playing 4 of this. I was hesitant about it at first, but it actually, you know, the more I thought about it, this card's actually really, really good as a backup. And people are like, well, you want to be on the Destiny, and your backup grade 3 shouldn't really make a difference. Actually, it does make a difference. If you go first, you could steal a game with this card. And I did 3 of it. You know, they're like, okay, I'll let you hit. Cool. I have 2 counterblasts. I sacked the Conroe. The scenario was actually, this is the most hilarious scenario. I had this. Oh, should be like this. Mm-hmm. I guess, right?
Yeah, it works. That's fine.
So essentially, this is the situation. +3. Attack Banger, 21. If you go first, they're obviously grade 2. If they're not at a 10K, it doesn't make a difference. They have to drop 15. More than times than not, that's like 3 or 2 cards, or they're gonna PG. That's cool. If they want to PG, that's fine. That's perfect for you. But they're gonna let you hit. And if you have 2 counterblasts and you just sack the Conroe, because there was games I had these 3 already in hand. So if it goes through, it's going through, and it happened. You know, and that's how I sold 3 games. This was like kind of the cheesiest way to do it, but I mean, come on, dude.
If the option shows up,
it's an option, and I'm taking it. If I'm going for a win, I'm going for the win.
A win's a win.
And that's how it is. A win is a win. That's exactly right. You know, you cannot definitely go wrong with this.
Did you kill him like when they were like at 2 damage or something?
Yeah, dude. This guy got huge, man. I ripped, like, the first one was 2 crits, and they were like, what the heck's going on? The guy didn't know what he was like. All right, cool. So he probably doesn't have another copy. And sure enough, I had another copy, and I was like, I'm going to restand him. And then when I attacked again, the funny part is, on the last second before last restand, I drove checked at the end. And so I was like, I restood, and he was like, I'm just dead. And that was like the 3rd game or whatever, and I stole that game from there. It was just really crazy. Like, this is just, it's cheesy, but it works, and it gets, I don't know, it worked for me. If I go first, I'm going this is my route that I'm going first.
You get advantage off of it too.
Oh yeah,
because
dude.
you twin drived on discard 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're actually plussing, and you're not negging.
You're not even wasting counterballs.
It's funny, when I was playtesting against Jaime here, he wouldn't give me the 2nd damage because I explained this combo. He was just like, I'm going to ride 2 and pass. That's pretty depressing. Because you're not, and he's like, you're like, because he knows like, well, if I give you 2 damage, if you have it, then he's just going to screw me over.
Right.
Because he has no cards to guard it. And no one's going to drop 3 cards on their 2nd turn. It's not happening. They're not, it's just unthinkable. And if you do, they're dropping a PG. And I mean, you're going to waste a PG on like a potential plus. What if you don't have it? Now you're gambling. Mm-hmm. In a big event like that, you really don't want to gamble, so you're just dropping that PG anywhere. And if they do that, cool. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. But this actually was the cheesiest way. I took 3 games, dude. I just can't believe it happened. I was like, well, it happens.
Would you change it moving on?
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that I want to try out, but right now it seems like it's solid. It's working for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the trigger lineup was a goofy. People are playing stands. I tried that. I think the stands are just a waste. I don't think it's even, I get it, +5 in a draw, or the other one, +10 to kill something, but most of the time you have to resist. So it's not even worth playing the stands, in my opinion. I get it, big beaters, but in my opinion, you're actually going to nag yourself. I'd rather have the draw and actually the crit. This is my way of going things. Obviously for the G zone. One of this guy was not bad. I probably strode him once, and I mean, a kill and a draw is not bad. You can't go wrong with that. But it's mostly a flip target for the purge. It really is. People were shocked that I was playing Seabreeze, but my thing is, with Seabreeze, I mean, they're at 2. I mean, if I don't have the combo and whatever the case may be, I'm not trying to say this deck's mostly on that combo. It's basically, I could I could potentially put them at 4, or potentially put them at 3. You know, somewhere high number, so when the following turn I just do the purge. And then I get more cards to my hand, and then I can just, okay, I'll do your damage.
Yeah.
That's essentially all it is. See, and also another flip target for the purge, because most of the times in the ARG, I went the purge first, dealt the damage and attack, because you don't get that GB3, they'd be at 2 or 3 damage, and you still have triple drive. This is just another flip target essentially, or G assist. Oh my god, and the MVP, dude. Actually, this thing got me so many games. Besides the second to last one. Holy crap. My brother and Jaime were there. They were like, holy crap, it's going down. It's actually against Kyler, which was actually hilarious. This card got me so many games. It's just unbelievable. Against the Gaia player, that dude was just like, had no cards in hand. He was just pissed. He's like, I just got to take it. I'm like, and I pulled a crit. My brother was there when he saw it. Pulled one crit, killed him, and I was like, if he Miracle Heals, it is what it is. But no, they put him away. This card, it really wins games. I was shocked. It actually got me the majority of the games. I'm not even going to deny that. You know, the goal was to put him to 5, and then, you know, if the situation was right, then do it. But even so, this card is pretty good.
Did you ever get your opponents stuck anything lower than a grade 3? Or they always had the grade 3?
They always had the grade 3, man, for some reason. They never really went. It was just crazy. It's just like, if that was the biggest fear, because like if I do this and I don't kill him, I'm in a bad position, which was what happened with Kyler in my 6th round. It was a constant, oh my god, I don't know how, he Miracle Healed twice, and after this, I'm like, dude, I thought I was dead, but I pulled it off.
He healed twice at 6 damage?
Yep, he Miracle Healed twice, and after I did this, it prolonged.
Yeah, both turns after.
It prolonged, it was like 2 turns after that, it just Miracle Healed, and then he Miracle Healed, and I'm just like, holy crap, what is going on here? And so it's just, it was crazy though. It was really intense, man. I'm shaking, like, what do I do in this situation? Because I didn't think I was going to be in this situation. But is it $100? Yes, I think this is $100. I think this card is definitely worth $100.
When you're paying $100 to increase your win rate by like 75%, it's probably
this thing really increased my win percent.
Your win rate goes from like fucking 25% of your games to like 75% of your games, so yeah, it's probably worth it.
It's well worth it, man. I definitely, if you don't have this, I would pick it up before it goes for something ridiculous like $150.
Oh god.
But that card is just amazing. By far, my opinion is it wins a lot of good games. I'm playing 2 Ziegenberg. Reason I'm not playing 3 for the flip, I rarely went into this, to be honest with you. It's a really good option. You know, it hits strong with Nahal. It really does. And more than times than not, like against certain matchups, you really want cards in hand. So you really just, okay, well, I'll just drop one big. I'll drop on Nahal and I'll just do this, just a plus essentially. I rarely flip with this guy, to be honest with you. But I played 2. I was playing 3, and the reason I wasn't playing 3 is actually because I was playing 3 ace. There was games where I actually did flip both these aces. The first try was just, well, fuck it, they're at 5 damage, and I don't know how that happens, but
Crit.
just basically, I guess you could say, it's a crit. And I'm like, well, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go with the ace and just do it. I have a Conroe. I'm gonna heal all this back. Let's do it. Or countercharge all this. Let's do this. This thing I believe it got me 2 games. It's not bad. I like it because there was situations where you just flip both of them. I'm gonna just restand instead of going for the Zekenberg, which you have to be GB3. This is like, okay, if I have 4 damage, they rush me really hard. I'm doing this. Plus, obviously, another Overlord. That's really it. Playing 3 Purge. Don't want to play the 4th one because then I'll just deck out.
Try to check 20 cards, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, dude. Basically, Purge, obviously, deal damage, and then GB3.
Draw 5 cards.
Basically just says, I'm going to draw 5 cards. Doesn't say that, but this, you know, when I use all 3 and then the follow, basically, I try to put my opponent at 5 damage to make the conditions right to do the ultimate stride. When I do the ultimate stride, you should be dead. If you're not dead, then I'm probably just dead. But yeah, I think 3 is fine. I mean, I was gonna try 4, but I think 4 is too much. You're gonna deck out, and you know I'm not playing Legion. Other people are playing Legion. I don't think Legion's good. I mean that to me, and even it's like we discussed. I think it's just slow. The format is so fast paced. You should not waste a turn of Legioning to recycle 4 cards. I don't think the way it should be like, can I kill my opponent as quickly as possible before they kill me? Or if they're gonna kill me, I better generate a card advantage or something. That's how I look at it because the game's gotten so fast paced. Legion was only for 2 sets, and after that, it just kind of like fizzled out.
Because if you Legion, they live, and then they hit you with the third Alexandros.
And then what do you do there? Oh,
Right.
cool! I recycled heal triggers, and like the Legion, like people are playing the Legion. I don't get it because
You're at 7. My bad.
if you're playing the Legion, ideally you're recycling triggers, and the ideal triggers is the heal trigger, but that's bound. What are you going to do then?
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, that's just how I look at it. Why would you want to waste?
Recycle them before you bind them.
But most times you're G-guarding, and it's like, all right, that's cool. But to me, that's my personal preference. Like, I'm not going to waste a turn to recycle triggers if I could potentially just kill you right here and then. Yeah. And the same thing when people are playing, like, the Legend. I tried it. I don't think the Legend's good. I think it's bad, because you get 1 card, and you're a vanilla for a turn. You ride 3 and they stride and they kill you. They could potentially kill you on the first stride. Dude, I've done it. Metallica Phoenix, everybody knows that. When you do 12 attacks or 14 attacks, it kills.
Yeah, pretty bad.
You know, it's
Especially now with you battle with Victor, it's gonna be.
it's gonna be crazy, man. I don't think Legion is worth it. I don't think the Legend's worth it either. And I mean, I play tested with with Hyman. I play tested with my brother, which is the biggest belly. If no one actually didn't guess that one right now, but I'll throw it right now.
The biggest brother. I am the biggest of berries.
But it's I definitely would
That's trippy.
I play tested to see if you guys like this build. I mean, but I like it. I mean,
Jesus, you scared me.
it actually, like I said, that end combo was like blew my mind. Cause I was like, they could drop 3 cards or they're just taking it, and some guys just took it, dude. I didn't get that. I really did not get that. Like they assume, oh, he's probably playing just 2 or 3 copies. You know, it's not. They didn't suspect it. Essentially, they weren't prepared for that. I saw the majority of the builds, and it was just they're playing 3 cross, 2N, or it would be 3N, 2 cross. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's just my thing. I don't think so. I don't think that's the best course of action. But I don't know what you would think on that one. That's on you, bud.
Best course of action, plays your approach.
I'm playing 2 of these G guards. This, I know it's not SP. I know, Get off my back. I've been trying, dude. I've been trying here. Poor man status here. You know, it's really funny. I never went into the SP. I always went to the common one.
It's a rare. It's a rare.
Or the rare. I went into the rare, and then I did this SP, and they're like, "Why didn't you do the SP first?" Because
the SP's got a stunt on him, you know.
this is just like to throw you off. They're like, "Oh, you probably don't have another one." Poor man status.
Couldn't afford another rare.
It was actually hilarious against the Gaia player, the Pale Moon player. It's just hilarious. They stride, oh, I'm just going to do this, counterblast 1. And the guy's like, what does this do? I'm like, oh, well, you know, for every open circle, I get plus 10.
Seeing as you ate your board, it says I get plus 50.
You know, he'll do like the re-standing stride.
Doom.
Man, dude, like this only really didn't do against maybe the Blaster Blade player. I made it a 2-pass. Luckily, he didn't get it, dude. I was like, I was so dead. But this card's really, really good. I played 2 because I was like thinking, well, if I play against the mirror match or if I get play against Chaos, this will help me a lot. And I'm not just dying because I don't like Advanced Guard. I was playing Advanced Guard and I'm just like, well, there's resist units and you're wasting a soul, which you rather waste a soul for the Destiny because Destiny actually guarantees a kill. While the Advanced Guard says, well, you know what? If it's rested and it's a grade 1 or less, maybe.
That's the thing with Overlord.
You say, dude, go ahead, man.
That's the thing with Overlord. Like, you should be building the deck to win the mirror because everything else, like the core of the deck, is already going to win the majority of your normal games. So if you tech out the deck to win more of your normal games, then you mean you're going to be worse against the mirror. And if you're worse against the mirror, you know, you're pretty much always losing the mirror. You know?
Yeah, and he's right, dude. Like against the mirror,
Mirror's the only matchup.
It's the biggest.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one you want to watch out for.
It's the only one you're not gonna already be winning. You know, it's the one that's 50-50.
Against the mirror, you really don't want to overcommit. You just don't want. You're just giving targets. Why would you want to give targets? It's the worst thing.
Even playtesting with you, with 5 of us, your denials, your defeat flare, and your Advanced Guard were like useless.
Yep.
And having
You
the
know,
second one
he's
helps
right,
against
dude.
the Vanguard attack.
Against Stabas, man, it's brutal, and that's why I prefer this over. And people are playing 6G guards. I don't know why would you play 3D Griffins considering everything has resist.
Yeah, you never need
against Steel Nectar. Okay,
if you have to use
I
a
have a
3D Griffin, it's just you're probably losing that game.
You know, you're playing 3D Griffins or you're playing an Advanced Guard. It's like okay, it's. I don't think it's good. That's just my opinion.
You don't even need an Advanced Guard because you're not rushing for GBA. Like if you're rushing a GBA, that means you couldn't afford.
You're just trying to. If you can survive, that's the biggest thing. One defeat flare, which. Oh, the one time I did use it, it was hilarious, and my brother was there. I did it against the Blaster player, and I killed his Flogels. He was like, "You have to set up," and he thought I didn't have. He didn't think I had a heal trigger. No, I didn't have the setup. I had one Overlord, but I had a PG, so I kind of made it. I was like, well, I'm going to PG that Blaster Blade, drop the Overlord, and then when he attacked with the Vanguard, then I defeat flare. And I killed his back where he was pissed. Because he was like, well, I have to do it this way, and I have to stack triggers, so I don't think you have the heal trigger. Killed the Flogels. Boy, it was like, let me tell you, it was like the best feeling ever when you kill 3 Flogels.
It's like that's 3 kits out of their deck.
Yeah.
Boy.
And they can't swing 3 times.
You could also, like, if you'd attack Vanguard first, you could have just PG'd and then follow up with a G card.
Oh, yeah, PG and G guard.
It's the trolliest way to do it.
It's like you're not hitting and a blue.
Against the Blaster Blade player, dude, it was back and forth. And I was like, I won. I was like, this is how it should have been, man. That's what I've been to the World Finals, man.
Oh, no, it was. Oh, he
But
was
that's-
playing Circles. Yeah, the guy was.
But the, what was I say? I just lost train of thought. It was just crazy, dude. But it was going. It's a back and forth battle, dude. And that Ganslot, let me tell you, that Ganslot puts a lot of work.
It's Purge but worse.
But for, how much is it, like $40?
Yeah, it's 40.
That's definitely worth sport. Oh man, $40.
Again,
well
it's
spent.
Purge but worse.
I know.
That's really what it is.
Gave resist to the Blaster. No, Blaster. That's what blew my mind. I was like, you.
Blaster Blade in the name.
Yeah, Blaster Blade in the name.
Because that
Against
Blaster Blade,
him,
the Blaster Blade cannot give resist.
and I'll even say it was kind of like BS. I'm like, well, it was kind of like BS luck. I miracle healed, so I survived.
Yeah. He miracle healed and top decked the grade 3.
And I top decked the grade 3, and I ultimate strided, went to Drachma, and I finished him off. He was at 8 cards, and he couldn't. I don't know how he couldn't recover. He had 8 cards, dude.
Part of the cards, man.
He said he did not have enough to guard it all, and it killed his board. And that was the biggest thing, was to kill his board.
That was crazy.
And I got the crit too on top of it. That's what really got it.
Damn. Some Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
Yeah,
I know.
he miracle healed into top deck the grade 3, exact grade 3, into Drachma, into hit a crit to kill him.
Dude, like my brother and Hyman were like there watching my matches, like, what is going on? This is like
Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
Like it is Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not even gonna deny, dude. Playing 2 Denial Griffins, I mean, I can't. I can't justify playing a 3rd one because, like I said, it's resist. Resist is a huge factor. If no one's actually realized this, but
yeah, it's like resist exists.
Against Neonectar, that I was like, I kept asking the same questions, like, what has resist?
It like almost always has resist. So
like, what has resist?
The Griffin literally never matters.
And then you find out that like
I have to go to
the rear guards have power boost during your turn. You're like, what's going on here? What am I? He's like, I can't hit that. No, it's got resist. What?
Yeah.
But just playing 2 Deep Griffins, I mean, I can't play 3. It just, there's too much resist, and sometimes you're just using the shield. You're not even using the effect.
Yeah. Honestly, a well-timed Denial Griffin would just win you the game.
That's true.
So 1 or 2, I think, is just enough either way.
Just because the decks that like Denial Griffin matters, generally resolving 1 good Griffin will win you the game.
Right.
Like against Great Nature, if they're kind of struggling and you hit the 1 Griffin right then and there, they probably just lose the game right there because that means their Crayon Tiger didn't go off that turn. Like, it just shut them down entirely. Same thing with a couple other decks. Like, hitting 1 good Griffin will just win you the game, so you don't need, like, 2 or 3. Like, 2 is the best number because, hitting the first one, sometimes it doesn't kill us in the game. The second one, puts the nail in the coffin. But the third one is just, like, you generally should never need a third one. If you're using a third one, you're probably losing the game anyways.
That's also, like, a third counterblast.
Yeah.
Like play testing when I'm in, play testing with my brother, obviously, aka Biggest Valley. You do learn a lot. Even like if you guys watch his videos as far as play testing, I know he only does Aqua Force and then like that random Gold Paladin, Bluish Flames. I get that.
No variety.
No
spice.
A little bit of spice. But his videos will help you actually become a better player. I mean, they're not like super fancy. It's only just Aquaforce. So if you're an Aquaforce player, it's like the best thing for you.
You're like, oh my god, channel devoted to me.
But I mean, we convinced him to be that guy. But he basically did his work, and he's putting all the work for him. And I told him I'd do a deck profile for him because we're friends. I mean,
we're friends? Oh, damn.
Well, you're more like.
I thought we just came for food. No.
But I mean that's really it. I mean, like I said, I told him I came to sightsee, and I know he says I'm complaining, but
the time you beat your opponent, you're like, God, come on, why you no good?
Like it's weird because before we came to the event, we went to a pizza place, and I got an Italian man's blessing, and we're like, this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. First round, lost the gears. I didn't see crap. It just like gear next, triple crit after triple crit. Oh, triple crit from the second.
What the fuck?
I know it was BS, dude.
Crit.
I'm like, I'm at 2. I'm like, no guard. All right, cool. Crit.
You're
All right, cool. Following game, we did the same thing. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess that's how it is. And that's why I was like, well, if I lose the next one, then I'll drop and I go sightseeing. Nope, didn't happen against Narukami. That's why he was playing they're not playing Vanquisher. Well, he was playing the Sparking
and Sigma.
And that's why I did the end combo and I killed him. I got 2 crit. I killed him that way. I did the end. I did the same thing. I did the end the following turn. I killed him again. It just steals games. It's really cheesy. But it got me games. I mean, it got me a game win. So then I'm like, all right, cool. Let's just try again. Let's see. Playing against Pale Moon. It was kind of weird how he was playing it because he really didn't tutor much, and to me, I was like, well, you should be tutoring for, you know, a lot of cards. But he wasn't tutoring at all. And so he was wasting more resources from his hand. And then I just like, I'm going to Drachma. Because he had 2 cards in hand at one point.
Ooh.
And he was like, well, I can't really do anything. So discard both of them. Can't write anything. So I don't know
Right
what.
from soul.
Right from soul, I guess.
Ride one of the million cards at soul.
The options.
But it was just, yeah, he couldn't guard it. He just looks at him, he's like, I have to take it. I can't guard him. Like, yeah, you're going to have to take it. What was my 4th match? I'm trying to think. The 4th match was against the Gaia player. The Gaia player, he was playing pretty good. He made so many misplays and kept saying, can I take this back? I'm like, no, dude, we're in a big event. If it was friendly, I would have said, yeah.
I was in the outside.
But he was more of like, can I just take this back? Because I misrode. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You know that. I mean, most of the times he overcommitted his field. He tried to do the restand. He killed his stuff, and he didn't finish me off. So then, I keep saying Drachma was like basically my win con, because he would have 4 cards or 3 cards, and that's what I would go into. And he's like, well, I can't
Seal the deal, basically.
Basically, it's a sealing the deal. You only really want to do that when you know you're going to get the guarantee win. You just don't want to just do it just because you could do it. That's something you try to avoid. But it was pretty intense, man. It was, you know, I thought I was going to lose. I'm like, I haven't played against Dinos in forever. 5th match was against Blasters. Holy crap, that was a back and forth battle, dude. Let me tell you, when you got Blaster Blade with resist and you can't D-Griffin, it's coming at you with 2 crits with Twin Drive, it's pretty scary. That stand trigger made it pretty good. I got lucky. The first game I stole it with the end. He was just like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll take it. And when you rip 2 triggers, you know, I got really lucky. I'll admit it. I got really, really lucky. You know, when you restand on 21, you know, 26 now, and he's like, well, I can't guard this now. You know, there's the restand, you get another trigger, you're 26, and then you restand again, now you're swinging 26. I mean, you really can't. What do you do at that point? You're just taking it. You're not dropping cards when you're not even grade 3 yet. You're just not. What do you do at that point?
Take it.
You just take it. I mean, I don't know what to say, dude. Against oh my God, 6th round, Kyler, that was a tough battle. Oh man, first game, he wasn't on Asha. I strolled the purge and I triple crit. No, it was 2 crit it was 2 crit because he was actually he was at 4 damage. No, he was 3 damage and I saw 2 crits. I had a Nahalem, so Nahalem was already 26. He had a miracle kill, so we went to game 2. Game 2 he got game 2 we got it. So then we went to game 3. Game 3, it was a back and forth battle, dude. I went Drachma, and I thought it was good because I had 11 cards in hand. He was thinking about going Zoa, didn't do Zoa. He went into the GR, the new GR. Didn't kill me. I left one card purposely put to the side. That's the card that I was going to use to stride, which was the ultimate stride Drachma. Because at the end of it, he only had 3 cards in hand. So I do that. You know, I guard everything, have 1 card in hand, draw. I'm going to do ultimate stride, Drachma. Add counter blast, whatever the case may be. He miracle healed. And that's what really, I was like, oh, this is not good. And I didn't finish him off there. So what happens is, well, here goes my G-Zone. Gone. He goes. I guarded everything. My turn, like, I have to put you away. A beginner right fist, obviously, soul kill. This is where things got into. I'm like, I'm going to commit a field, throw some cards, and start attacking. He miracle healed again. Now I was like, well, this thing can't swing. Now I'm screwed. This is where things got really, really intense because it's his turn. He can't stride. Calls the rear guard. He attacks Vanguard to Vanguard. I'm like, I'm looking at my cans. I have no intercepts. I have 2 grade 3s in front. I'm like, well, I can only make it a 2-pass. And I'm like, pray to God you don't see 2 triggers. First check, critical trigger. I'm like, holy crap, it begins. And it was a big gamble on his part because he didn't know if he was going to get it or not. He gave all effects to Vanguard because he was banking on that crit or another trigger. Second check, not a trigger. He was like, well, that's it. I know. I survived that turn. And sure enough, I killed him the following turn. He didn't miracle heal. But boy, that was a tough. And against Robbie, we basically said we're both tired and said, well, he gave me the win. He was like, whatever. He's still in top 8. He was like, but I want to see what would have been the interesting part of that mirror match. I don't know if he would have won or I would have won. I wouldn't know. Mm-hmm. But that's really it. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. What do you think, Jaime?
Cool. I think that was pretty cool that you resolved Drachma like a shit ton of times.
Yeah.
I know.
I told you
it's the win con, dude. It really is. Like, Purge is like, it's cool and all, but Drachma actually makes the deck infinitely better than what you'd think. Because it's not like, you would think the Purge is the bread and butter, but it's not really that.
He gets you to the bread and butter.
It's basically the slice of it. Gets you the bread and butter.
Well, no, it's like Purge is like the breadsticks they bring out in the beginning, and then like Drachma is like the actual main course. They're like, okay, here you go, and then you just kill them.
Okay. Cool.
But I mean, like I said, guys. I mean, subscribe and keep watching these videos, man. Because, like I said, you will learn a lot, even though it's Aqua Force. I mean, he ain't doing. He's got to do more variety. You guys got to keep telling him that. But cool. He's pretty happy that, at least three of us, at least got there.
I thought that was really cool.
That was intense, dude. I can't believe I got third place. I just.
Because we usually get shit out of luck and face each other like round 1 or round 2, and one of us gets the loss.
Yeah, I mean, it's better. It's better to give someone the win in our group than receiving a draw, because a draw doesn't get you anything. Yeah. I just don't like playing against him or playing against my brother or anybody that I know right off the back. I'd rather play him at the end of it.
Yeah, this event, none of us faced each other except for me and Ed, and that was like the last round, which is fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just we'll be there at what's the team event?
Team League.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in the team.
State ARG at Underground.
Yep. That too. We're doing we're doing it, man. Going big or go home.
I guess I'm just gonna go home.
That's cool, man. Go home. I don't know how you're gonna get there. I got the keys.
Alright, well, this is Miguel's deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
And subscribe, dudes.
And subscribe. See ya.
Unsubscribe.